to The Awakening, your Alpha Clash podcast. I'm your host, Elliot, and today we're going to go over a deck I've built for Haven. It's a bit of a weird deck, but I've managed to pull the backpack, so I'm pretty excited to try and run a deck for that. In other news, we're hoping to receive Unrivaled kits, hopefully Thursday or Friday this week, at my local store, so I'm really excited about that. I'm running an event on Sunday, so hopefully just everyone can get hold of some cards and really enjoy getting their hands on some Alpha Clash goodness. So hopefully we'll have the draft box, so I can hopefully run an event for a draft day in the future, and we will also be running weekly events at Darkstar Gaming from 4 p.m. on Sundays. So going forward, we're going to be looking at doing that, which would be amazing. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Also, we will be pulling some more packs maybe next Tuesday on stream. So I'm hoping that'll be great. We can actually get some decent cards from set 3. Really looking at Lyn. I really want some Lyn cards, baby. Even the Alpha Rare for Magnate, because I'd love to do a Magnate deck. But yeah, so without further ado, we're just going to go over my Haven deck. So currently, we obviously have Haven, the biding time. So anybody that doesn't know, you may start the game with a relic with an initial resource cost of 2 or less in your accessory zone. During your turn, whenever the contender loses health, you may put 1 collection counter on target relic you control. The ability triggers only once per turn. Really, really good. Obviously, with the backpack, that's going to hopefully stack, because when you get 25 tokens, you win the game. So it's a totally weird deck I've built. I'm trying to build like a tanky sort of healing deck. Obviously, it's got some tweaking to do. My first iteration. So when she gets to 12 health at the start of your turn, choose an opponent. That opponent reveals a card at random from their hand, then puts the card onto the bottom of their deck. Great, pretty cool. Like the card, got a shiny version, so pretty happy about that. So first up, we've got 25 Clash cards in this deck, so there's probably some tweaking to go on, but I've taken basically all Haven and some Lyn. So at the minute, we've got straight out the back, we've got Haven, the Resourceful Helper. So when she enters, draw 1 card. Love that. Needs a draw power. So I've taken 3 of them, and then I've also taken 3 Haven Clever Adolescent. So her ability is pretty good. Trigger defeat, choose 1. The contender loses 2 health. And then you draw 1 card. Your contender gains 2 health, and then you discard 1 card. So I like that just from the healing, or lowering yourself down just to basically draw cards or get rid of cards you don't want. I don't mind that, but we'll go into that why I've taken that a bit later, because I've taken some of the more Havens you've got. So I've got Haven Hiding. I've got 2 of these. Obviously, trigger enter, choose 1. Your contender gains 2 health. Draw 1 card. So again, I like that. Either gain 2 health or draw a card. It's more of a tankier build. This I'm just basically gonna just try and sit on defense and just try and take the punishment, but I'm not sure how well it's gonna do, but we'll see. So next up, we've got 3 Haven Taking Risks. I actually only have 2 of these cards, so I need to pull another one, but I'm sure it's accessible and doable. So going to reveal the top card of your deck. You may have your contender lose health equal to that card's initial resource cost. If you do, put 2 collection counters on target relic you control, then put the revealed card into your hand. So I really like this, because if you only have low card costs, which I do have, not a lot of high cost cards in this, you're only losing a little bit of health and gaining collection tokens, which is amazing. So the plan is to just hopefully pull this and get them collection counters going. And then I took Lyn, the Nanite Warrior, for some damage and some defense, and maybe taking out key pieces that aren't being tapped. So with her close combat ability and intercept. I think she's really good for a 3-cost rogue card. Amazing. Next up, we've got Haven stocking up. Trigger Victory. You may put 2 collection counters on target relic you control. Again, it's all about just getting these collection tokens and basically just... I haven't even played this deck yet. I've just sort of created it and thought, do you know what? It just seems cool. It's like a tanky control sort of deck where I don't have to fight you. I don't know how fun it'll be, but it'll be interesting to play. So I really want to get in there and play it. So I took 3 of them. And then I've taken Haven Provoked. So Safeguard, this card can't attack by effects or abilities your opponent control. This card gets +1 attack for each Haven Clash card you control. At the start of your turn, if the card's engaged, put 1 collection counter on target relic you control. So that's pretty good. I do own 2 of these, so I'm hoping maybe to put a 3rd in. It's more for hopefully attacking and sort of not taking damage, but that'll come into play with the clash buffs later. But it's more about trying to stack these collection counters repeatedly on all my cards. But I'd need to play the deck a fair amount before it'll go there. Because obviously I've only just got set 2, so playing around with set 2 and set 1. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this weekend we're going to be getting set 3 about time. And then we're hopefully going to be on the same schedule from now on. And we're going to be able to just actually ramp up where I need to be with playing the game and getting people on board. So the next card up is Lyn Adaptable Fighter. I love this card. Just a 5/5 flight. So I was worried about flight in this deck and also defense, and attack. So as it gets to late game, I've got some bold choices, but I'm loving Lyn, and I want to put Lyn in most of my decks at the minute, especially with set 3. I'm going to try and build a whole Lyn deck. And I love the artwork for Lyn and the whole new bounty system. Amazing. So really looking forward to that. And then last up for my Clash cards, I took Apex Vortex, and I took 3 of these. I just think it's really good at just stifling attacks, and also I've got some really good damage output there as well if I need it. So I don't know if it's going to get to turn too far in, because I might just get absolutely pummeled, but we'll see. Counter attack. After opponent declares an attack, you may engage this card. If you do, negate the attack. I just really like that. Just basically my whole plan and game plan for this whole deck is to just buy my time and try and get 25 counters, which is just basically taking damage and trying to produce my own counters. So we'll see. But next up is my action cards. Took 4 Clash buffs because we've got rid of the 0-cost ones now, which is good, I guess, because they were just busted. So at least it opens up some of the way the resources will play now. Makes people have to keep some resource back to play a Clash buff, which is probably better for the game and the game mechanics in its whole entirety, which we will find out more because we're going to be playing more regularly. So the playgroup I've got hopefully will grow, but the people that do play will see the change and the difference, hopefully. So no more fighting is the Clash buff. Took 4 of these. You may only play this card if you control as Blue Haven. Target under Clash cards you control gets +0/+3 until the end of turn. Then draw 2 cards. I think this is a really fantastic Clash buff for this contender. I think it just works really, really well, and we will just be using that as and when, because if you're drawing cards and getting the decent cards that you need to be putting out collection counters, it's really good. So the game plan is to just hopefully just take a little bit of damage each turn. Not a lot, maybe 1. So obviously every time she takes damage, I believe. During your turn, whenever this contender loses health, you may put 1. So yeah, every time she loses health. So if she loses health, I'm going to gain a collection counter. So working within that, hopefully it will just stack up slowly and not take too much damage. I just took Lefty's Last Stand. I think I took 3 of these. Counter-attack, prevent all clash damage that would be dealt to target attacking clash card during this clash. That is amazing. For this tankiness and sort of trying to just stall the whole game, basically. I'm just trying to stall as long as possible whilst I'm ramping. Next up, we got 3 men's. So Titan Hunter gains 3 health. So if I pull this, though, don't really want to use it as a resource. I would definitely be trying to hold on to this just to play. But again, I think it's got some tweaking. Any advice, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll get around to reading them. So any advice, any suggestions, that'd be fantastic. I'm all open for some constructive criticism. So please, by all means, give me some criticisms. We've got accumulation as well. So we've got 4 of these. Put 2 collection counters on target relic you control. So I just love that artwork as well, and that is so cool. I love the idea of it all as well at the moment. I think she's just cool. Accessories have got sticky fingers. So attach clash cards, get trigger attack. You may put 1 collection counter on target relic you control. Again, if I can get these out and start attacking, I'm just going to ramp up as well. But again, I've gone down the whole stall route. You could go down the whole attack route with other cards and other mechanics. So this card would probably be reserved for my Lins and my Apex, so that I could potentially attack with them and gain collection counters for the things that don't have them on. So I'm hoping that this will really help. But unfortunately, there's a lot of get rid of accessories out there. So we'll see. And then I've got Haven's backpack. Key for this whole deck is that that's going to come out before the game's even started. And just going to start hopefully building up on that relic. It's just a really cool card. And it's got safeguard. Start your turn, put 1 collection count on target relic you control. Then if this card has 25 or more collection counters, you win the game. If the card has 10 or more collection counters, rogue symbols, clash cards you control get an extra 1 defense. 20 or more collection counters, rogue symbols cards gets 1/1. So really, really good. Really good at like sort of helping your other cards. But I've got to get to that 10 mark for it to help the defense. But I'm pretty sure Torque is just going to blow it out of the water, and so is Flare. Just kills everything. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've just got to try and defend as much as possible with this. And then next up we have Mystery Item, which I think is a really cool one as well. So attach, cost 2 to attach, blue 2 cost. Whenever you attach this weapon to a clash card, roll a d6. This card has the corresponding effects. Attach clash cards gets trigger attack. You contend against 1 health on a 1 to 2. 3 to 4, attach clash cards gets trigger obstruct. Draw 1 card. 5 to 6, once per turn during your primary phase. While this card is in your clash zone, you may engage this card. If you do, draw 1 card and then your contender gains 2 health. Really like this. So I've got 3 of them, and I'm hoping that will stack quite well, but it's just you've got to get them out there. For some Clash Grounds, I've taken New Mexico Desert, so 2 blue card. At the end of each player's turn, if the at the end of each player's turn, if that player did not declare an attack targeted as a contender, the player draws 1 card. So just some more draw mechanic. I've got 2 of them in here. I've sort of had to start being a bit ruthless of what I do and what I don't have. I need 1 more Haven's Pocket Dimension. I have 2 in this deck. Trigger Enter is a 4 cost, 2 blue to play it. Trigger Enter. Until the start of your next turn, your opponent can't play Clash Grounds. Pretty good. Whenever a clash card you control is defeated or sent to oblivion, put 1 collection counter on this card. When this card leaves play, move all collection counters from this card to target relic you control. So the plan is to just put stuff out, and if it dies, I'm putting collection counters on that, and when that leaves, obviously put them straight onto the backpack, and with some other obviously mechanics that are in the game, hopefully that will just spike it. Because if I'm near the mark and this comes in, and oh yeah, that's pretty good. But the only problem is I need it to leave play, so I don't know whether to have some of my sideboard in my main deck. But that is the main body of the deck. In my sideboard, I took Haven Bountiful Collector, which is another good card, which I don't know whether to rotate out. Obviously, that's blue 2, costs 1 blue pip. You may only play 1 Haven Bountiful Collector per turn. So I can either gain resources, but when it's defeated, though, this is one thing I do like about it, is trigger defeat, return target non-trap accessory from your Oblivion to your hand. So if they do get rid of some of them other cards, I'm going to return it to my hand. So they've got quite a lot of accessory kill. I could maybe get Sticky Fingers back or Mystery Item back into my hand and then play them again. So I've got something there, but I haven't decided whether to put them in my main deck, change some things out. Just want to see how things run at the minute. Lefty's Last Stand's pretty good though. It's amazing. And then I've also got 5 Clash Grounds. I've taken San Francisco, 2 of, in my side deck. So for anybody who doesn't know, it costs 3 blue and 1 pip. Clash cards get +2/+2, and alpha symbols, and rogue cards get intercept. So yeah, it's all right. I don't think I've got any alpha clash cards in there actually. Alphas, they're all rogues. So it's in there just for the intercept, really, if I come across it. And then I've got Grand Park Chicago, which I think is another cool, but also hinders me, but also helps me. So, but also I'm not trying to attack. So getting Grand Park Chicago and then getting +2 defense on my rogues is really, really handy. So it's like, the more I can sustain, the better. But also, it's just a big, long, drawn-out battle, potentially. But it depends what people bring, I guess. You may also search initial recost of 5 or less and reveal it and shuffle your deck, then add that to your hand. Great for just a quick search. So, and then last up, we've got Clarity's Plan, which is a 4-cost 2 white pips. Rogue symbols, clash cards you control get +1/+2 until the end of turn. So that's just in there as a, I don't know, something spicy, just something different. But yeah, I think I want to test this out. I'm going to take it down on Sunday and give it a little blast and see how it performs. Probably poorly, but you never know. My only problem is I don't know what I'm going to use as a resource, but it's one of them, isn't it? I've got everything has a place. I've just got to learn to play the deck. So I might take Haven Bountiful Collector out and put it in somewhere else. But I do like what I have in there. It's all quite low costs. So my clash cards go from 1, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So I have a little variation, but a lot of my other cards are quite low in cost, just because I want to play them. Later on, I want a lot of variety. So if I only really need 6 resources, well, maybe 7 or 8. If I can get 7 to 8 resources out, I think I'm set for at least playing a lot of cards just to disrupt the board, and heal and gain my collection counters just from the whole healing back, taking damage. So that's the game plan. Let me know what you think. I'll let you know how it goes over the weekend after I've played it a little bit. Yeah, we're really looking forward to playing this deck. And then the next thing I'm going to hopefully be able to do is build a Lyn deck. So that's the game plan for now. Yeah, so hopefully this Sunday from 4 p.m. we're going to be running a regular meetup of Alpha Clash in Plymouth. So that'd be really, really amazing. I'm looking forward to that. And then once I get my draft box, I'm going to pick a date and we're going to go from there to run our first draft day. Hopefully that'll bring some more people in and we'll get a little core group of people playing, which would be really nice because I'm looking forward to running our events. In other news, for the draft event, I do have a Awakening booster pack to give away for the winner. And when we run our major event, which would be like a tournament style thing, I do have a novel to give away to the winner. So that is going to be good. If anybody hasn't seen it, I'll show you next time, and I'll go over it. But yeah, the novel's amazing. It's really well, good quality hardback. So that's going to be a prize I'm going to be giving away for people who turn up. So if you are interested, come down and have some fun. Some prizes up for grabs. But yeah, we'll have to. That's to be determined for now. But as the Kickstarter stuff's coming soon as well. Hopefully, that's been a month nearly now. So hopefully we'll have a couple more months and we'll have some more news on the comic book Kickstarter that's coming out. And then I think later on in the year we've got the board game that's coming out. I think that's on Gameforge. It looks amazing. But yeah, so all in all, things are looking up at the moment for Alpha Clash. I'm really pleased for it. So fingers crossed, we're going to ramp it up over this next few months. Hopefully see it out for the year and slowly build some player base up. Get maybe a tournament going or two in the UK somewhere, maybe Europe. I'm willing to travel around to find some good places to play, so we'll have to wait and see. Got to crack some more boxes from Clash Grounds. I think maybe 1 or 2 boxes. And I'm going to have to get at least 4 boxes, I think, for Unrivaled, because I want a full set for Lynn. I'd love a full set of iconic rares. I'd just be happy with 1, to be fair. An iconic rare of the new Lynn. Oh, yes, please. But I think with the new set come out, there's going to be so many cool variations and a lot of deck building and brewing, and I think we're going to go far with that, and I think it'll go really well. So, yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for checking this deck building out for Haven. And we'll catch you on the next Alpha Clash, The Awakening. Bye for now, guys.